Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Faith, and today I'm going to do a quick overview of a handbag that I have. It's a Chanel handbag. This is my second time recording this video. The first time I recorded this video was about 10 weeks ago. A friend of mine reached out to me. She wanted me to do an overview of the Chanel bag that she knew that I have had for a while. And I recorded the video about 10 or 11 weeks ago. And when my husband and I went to edit the video and upload it, we had a hard time editing the video. For some reason, the software that we use would not allow us to edit the video, nor could we upload the video to YouTube. So we struggled for about 2 days trying to work with that video. Then on top of that, I got sick. COVID happened. I've been sick for the last 8 weeks, going on 9 weeks, trying to recover. So instead of me trying to go back to that video to see if I can edit it, I just thought I would re-record it just to give a brief overview of the purse. I'm not going to be long-winded. It's very short. My opinion about the handbag is very short. I'm just going to talk about how I acquired the handbag, if it was worth me having it, buying it at the time, and now almost 2 years later, do I think it's worth keeping the handbag? So let's get right into it. It's behind me. I'm going to go ahead and open it. As you can see, I keep it in a dust bag because I rarely use it on special occasions. And I'm going to go ahead and take it out and show you the bag. Ugh. I know, all this drama for a handbag, right? Take my time opening this bag. Go ahead and take the paper off. This is the Chanel Double Classic Flat. The Chanel Classic Flat. In the maxi size, it's the double flat. And I purchased this bag, I believe, it's going on 2 years. I believe it'll be 2 years this year that I have owned this handbag. So let me just put it back here because it's too big to keep in the video. I'm going to go ahead and put it back. Keep it here so you guys can see it. Let's go over my thoughts on this handbag. Now this handbag is from 2012. It is not a new handbag. I bought it pre-loved. And my reason for buying the handbag, at one point in time, I had purchased quite a number of luxury handbags. I got into the whole luxury handbag thing, and I loved it. The luxury handbags are just my favorite thing to buy. Luxury bags and luxury shoes. So I got to a point where I wanted to simplify. So I sold quite a number of handbags that I own, luxury handbags that I had, because I knew I wasn't using them. It was a waste of money. My lifestyle had changed. I was no longer working. I was a stay-at-home mom. It just didn't make sense to have a lot of things that weren't a necessity, and I was not using them anyway. So anyway, fast forward to a couple years ago, I went from like owning maybe, I don't know, 11, 12 luxury handbags to down to 3, I think it was. Yeah, 3 handbags. So I wanted one more handbag, and I told my husband I was going to add something else to my collection, something different, something I knew that was going to be timeless, that I wanted to keep for a long time. And there were quite a number of bags that I wanted, that I was interested in, but for some reason, one reason or another, I didn't like the resale value. I thought I would get bored with it. It didn't fit my lifestyle as a stay-at-home mom, but then also having an active lifestyle, spending time with my family. We go out a lot. We go out a lot. I go out with my friends a lot. So I wanted something that I could dress up, but still, if I wanted to be casual with my family, hanging out, I could do that as well, or date night with my husband. So fast forward to, I don't know, after I sold all these handbags, I had a conversation with one of my sisters. She's a big Chanel fan. I've never been into Chanel. I couldn't tell you anything about Chanel. I knew what the handbags looked like. I just knew that they were overpriced. I can't say overpriced. I don't want to offend anyone who spends their money on these types of things. But I knew I wasn't going to spend my money on a handbag from Chanel. I just could not justify it, and my conscience just wouldn't let me buy it. So anyway, she suggested to me, well, why don't you go look at the pre-love market? That means a handbag that someone has already had and they've sold it. No problem. So I'm on Fashion File one night. I don't know. I had already been on Fashion File for a couple of weeks looking for a Chanel handbag, and it just didn't jump out to me. But I figured because their resale value on the aftermarket, it tends to be a little bit higher than your standard bags, such as your Gucci's, your Louis Vuittons, or however as your YSL Prada, whatever luxury handbag that's out there. For some reason, the Chanel handbags seem to be go higher, not higher than their original price, but they seem to be sell a little bit more after you use them. So I'm on Fashion File one night and I'm scrolling on their website and I come across this bag. And what stopped me was the price of the bag. I'm like, see, and I said to myself, why is the bag so inexpensive? I said, it must be in horrible condition for the price. I had already had a price point. My husband had already given me a price point on what I could spend for this final bag that I was going to have in my small handbag collection. Again, just 4 handbags. So I go click on it and I look at the photos, and Fashion File lists their bags, and now it's giftable. At the time, it wasn't giftable. It was new, excellent, very good, and good. Anything else was like, I guess, outlet prices or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, this bag was listed in very good condition. So I said, okay, something must be really wrong with it to be very good. It must have holes in it. So I scrolled through the picture, and on the description it said that there was smoothing of leather in the corner, and there was a nick in another corner, but the edges of the handbag, the corners of the handbag, were in great condition. And I'm sorry, the smoothing of the leather was along the flap as well as a nick and a little nick in the back. And of course, it lost its shape at the top. It wasn't as rounded. So I said, okay, that's not bad. I mean, those are things that could be repaired if I send it to a spa service, because I know Chanel has a spa service. So I said, I can just buy the bag and send it off to the spa service. So I said, what's missing from the bag? So all Chanel bags come with, when you buy them new from the store, they come with a dust bag, of course. The black, whatever white dust bag they give you. Comes with an authenticity card in the box. This one had everything except for the authenticity card. I said, no big deal. I'll send it off to a spa service, and I'll also get it authenticated to see if it's real. I'm not going to resell it. I don't care if I don't have the authenticity card. And people lose those things all the time. No big deal. So I just went ahead and bought it because I knew somebody was going to buy this bag, or they were going to change their mind and change the price. I couldn't believe the price of the bag. It was so inexpensive. So anyway, I get the bag, and it comes the next day. And when I opened the handbag, it was in amazing condition. Outside of the fact, again, that the flap, let me show you the flap that I'm referring to. The flap on the handbag is more rounded than what this is. See how it's starting to cone a little bit? It was really flat up here. But when you buy it brand new, it's more rounded, and it's a double flap. And I'll open it and show you what I mean by double flap. It just has 2 flaps. Oh, let me just remove this film. And again, I'm trying not to make this video too long. But anyway, it has the double flap. Just unbutton it. And usually with double flaps, they tend to hold the shape around the top a little bit longer. So this was really smushed in, I guess, from wear and tear over time. So I said, that's okay. I got in contact with Leather Surgeons. Now, Leather Surgeons is a vendor that, oh, I'm sorry, I'm hoping I'm exposing myself. Oh my God. I'm sorry, oh my goodness. Leather Surgeon is a vendor that Chanel uses to, I guess, repair bags, send them off to spa service when they need it. And they also, of course, do their own in-house that they ship off somewhere. Who knows? I'm not a Chanel girl. But anyway, so I sent this pictures off to Leather Surgeons to get a quote on how much it will cost to get a spa service for the bag, and if what else the bag needed. So Mr. Jirius, I guess he's the owner, he contacted me, and he told me that the bag is in excellent condition for a bag. At the time, I think it was 6 years old when I bought it. He said, use the bag, go ahead and use it, and when it gets banged up out of shape or whatever, then send it in to me. I said, no, because I wanted to get a spa service. There was a nick on the side. I could barely tell. And there was a smoothing on the side, and it had a teeny nick somewhere. I can't find a nick. I promise you it was the size of a pinhead. And I wanted to get it rounded. So I told him, can he just please go ahead and get the bag and just send it through a spa service. And they ask you, when you fill out the questionnaire, if you want the bag painted. And of course I didn't want to re-dye or repaint it because it didn't need it. So I send the bag off. I want to say 4 days later, 4 or 5 days later. Yeah, about 5 days later, I get the bag. And when I get it, I was so impressed. It looked like, outside of the flap not being as rounded as they come when they're brand new. And I'll insert a picture of a brand new Chanel bag, what they look like when they're rounded. Outside of that, my husband and I were like, this is a brand new bag. The inside, when I got it from Fashionphile, the inside was immaculate. Whoever had it never used it. Let me show you the pocket on the back. Usually with a bag from 2012, this is 2020. Usually after 6 years, when I got the bag, I think it was 2 years ago, usually somebody puts a cell phone back there. I can't even open the pocket. They never used it. There's a lipstick holder on the inside, never used. They just carried it, and carried it, I guess when they carried it, but they took such a great job with this bag. I told my husband they probably never carried anything, but maybe a wallet or something. In this handbag, because leather surgeons didn't have to do anything to it, but just spruce it up a little bit. Fix the little nick on the back, shine it up, give it a spa service. So I was excited to get the handbag. So fast forward to now, 2020. I just read online a couple weeks ago that Chanel had a price increase. Not across the board, but a lot of their bags, and this bag in particular. I'm not going to tell you what the price increase is. You can Google it, because my YouTube channel is not about pricing or money or go out and buy anything. This is stuff I already have. I would never encourage anybody to go out and buy anything that I have. It's just something that I have. You want to find out what the price is, Google it. I paid about maybe 20, no, I'm lying. About 35-40% retail price of what the retail price of the bag is now. Spent a couple $100 and sent it to Fashionphile. This leather surgeon, and to me, I got a brand new bag. Somebody walking down the street with a brand new bag would never know. The only experience, the difference between their experience and mine, is they went to the store, got their box, got their bow, and they knew they bought it brand new. It just speaks for itself. So, do I think it's worth it? I think it was worth it for me, because I almost practically stole the bag for the amount of money that it cost. It was so inexpensive for me to get it. Yes, it was worth it. Would I spend that kind of money now for a Chanel handbag? No, first of all, I don't have money like that. First of all, let's just put it that way. I don't work. My conscience would not allow me to spend that kind of money on a purse. No, I would have, it just wouldn't, I just couldn't justify. There's no way that I would spend that kind of money on a handbag. That's just my opinion. No offense to anyone who can do that and who's willing to do that. I just couldn't justify spending money like that on a handbag. So is it worth it for me? Yes, I think for me it was worth it. I've had it going on for almost 2 years. I don't carry it often. Maybe when we go out to special dinners or special occasions, I may carry the handbag. It's a huge handbag. I can put a pair of shoes in there. I can put flip-flops. I can put whatever you want in there. I can carry it. I can carry whatever I want in there. And you can Google or go to YouTube. There's so many different Chanel handbags videos. You can go look inside of it and see what it looks like. Let me just give you just a quick look inside of the bag for those who could care less and don't want to go through YouTube looking and don't know anything about Chanel handbags. But this is what the inside looks like. Get through the double flap. After I take all the stuff out, I stuff it to keep its shape. Really use it. But Yep. It's just a burgundy leather inside. It's an all leather bag, really big. Has the 2 pockets again with the lipstick holder that was never used. Beautiful bag. Worth it for me, worth it to have, worth it to spend the money that I did, and then to spend a little bit, a couple $100 to send it off to leather surgeons to get the bag a spa service and make it look brand new. Oh, and what they also do is once you get the bag, you receive it, they give you an authenticity certificate. Let me see if I can grab that for you guys. Just give me a second. So leather surgeons will also send you a certificate of authenticity to let you know that your bag was serviced by them and it is an authentic bag. And I think they only work with Hermes and Chanel, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but those are the only 2 bags that I know, or brands, that they take care of spa services for. So they'll send you this certificate, and all of the Chanel bags come with a little authenticity sticker that's down in the bottom. Mine has a sticker in there, so if it didn't have the sticker, I wouldn't have bought it, even though it was missing the card, little black card that comes with it. And then I have a lifetime guarantee from Fashionphile. If for some reason down the line I ever find out your bag is not real, it fooled you, it fooled us, it fooled leather surgeon, then you just get your money back that you paid for. But it's not a big deal. But anyway, so overall, I think it's a beautiful bag. I must admit, for me, to not to have been in Chanel, could care less about Chanel. I get the hype from what my sister, what she sees in the brand. In my opinion, it's the most beautiful bag I've ever seen. I'm not going to lie. That's what I told my husband. Even when it came used from Fashionphile, in the condition that it came in, we were like, this bag is amazing. It is beautiful. The detail is beautiful. The construction is beautiful. And my brother saw it. He's the only one who knows how much I paid for it. I would never tell anybody else how much I paid for it. But when he saw the bag, he was like, okay, wow, I get it. That bag is beautiful. So it's a beautiful handbag. The construction is beautiful. The details is beautiful. I think this is lambskin leather. It's very delicate, but if you ever get a scratch on it, you can clean it off. Like I think my husband and I used it for a date night a couple months ago before this whole COVID mess happens. And I think I might have scratched it with my fingernail or something. And we came home. There's a leather, some kind of leather cleaner that Chanel recommends. It's a store. If you go to a store that recommend it, and we just bought, I think it's Cadillac leather, and he just rubbed it on there, and you could, the scratch is gone. So the lambskin itself is very delicate. It also comes in caviar, but I prefer lambskin because it looks more elegant. So overall, I like it. I mean, I like the bag. I have no desire to part with it. If I ever get tired of it, it'll go to my daughter. It's something I would give to her. I don't think I'll ever get tired of it, but anything I have, all my bags, of course, will be gifted to her. If at some point I'm not around, or I just decide I don't want to keep the bags anymore, and it's something I would give to her. But overall, for me, it was a good buy. Again, would I go out and buy one now? Even if I could? No, not with the price increases. I just think there's a fine line between buying quality versus being ripped off, and that's just my opinion. And I think sometimes these brands, I don't care who you are, or what brand you are, what company you are, I think it comes there's a fine line to where I feel like they've really taken advantage of the consumers. So I'm just not going to be one person, one of those people you take advantage of. But to each his own. I like it. It was worth it for me. It's a beautiful handbag, and I hope my friend who's watching, I hope I gave her the information that she needed for the handbag. But that's my take on this Chanel handbag. Sorry again for being MIA for so long. Again, as I already mentioned in this video and another video, I'm slowly recovering from a couple infections that I had, and trying to navigate through this whole COVID situation, and also some losses that some friends have experienced has really set me back a little bit. So I'm trying to get back into the routine, and it was nice to film this video. And I also recorded another video right before this one is a makeup video that probably go out before this one. So it was nice to just get back into the routine. I'm very rusty, but it was fun. It was nice to be able to talk in front of camera. So thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you all in my next video.